Hi, I'm Winslow Passy, the founder of Vibrant Health Evolution, and I'm so excited to share with you today a tool that you can use to become present and deeply connected with your own inner being, your own inner wisdom, and truly to become a free-flowing being where everything can just move through you so that you can be present in this moment and access this deep amount of joy and appreciation and gratitude, divine inspiration, and your own inner creativity that's available to you all the time. So this practice is one that just gets you deeply connected, and it's really easy. So if you have a monster, let's say if you have a monster that you don't like, and you're going to take that monster and you're going to shove it in the basement, you're going to lock the door, and just try and ignore it and be done with it. But the monster wants to be heard. The monster needs a voice. And so it starts banging and gets louder and louder and louder, and it's screaming and banging, and then in the most inopportune moment it busts out of there. And your monster comes out. Well, we all have monsters. We all have a shadow side. We all have these parts of ourselves that we don't like. And if you want to know what those parts are, think about 3 people that you really don't like and what their qualities are. Those are the parts of yourself that you don't really love, that you don't like. But when we don't address them and when we're trying to push them away, they end up getting stuck in our body and they end up hurting us in ways that we are not very conscious of. It's like we subconsciously sabotage ourselves with the same things that we're really trying to get rid of. So you've heard the saying, what you resist persists. So if I am pushing against something and we're pushing against each other and we push harder and harder and harder and harder and harder and we're both resisting, right? There's a lot of tension there. Well, if one person stops pushing, then what happens? There's nothing to push against anymore. There's no more fight. So this is the way it works with our own dark side, our own monsters. If and when we create a space that is so full of love and acceptance that there is no more resistance, then things can just move through us. And if we have resistance, things get stuck in us, and it may show up as a shoulder injury or a hip injury or a knee pain, and it might show up in your relationships as resistance as well, or as being defensive. Or it might show up in your success, as in, you sabotage yourself and you get close to success, or you have some success and then all of a sudden you lose everything. And so this work is really powerful and it's really easy. So here's how you do it. You're going to sit still and listen. That's it. Sit still and listen and love. So if you find a comfortable place to sit down and you sit up nice and tall with your spine straight in a relaxed position, just close your eyes and listen. Listen to every thought that comes up. Pay attention to the belief behind that thought. If you trace a thought back 2 or 3 steps, you're going to find a belief there. You might find judgment. You may find a belief that says, I'm not good enough, or I don't have enough time, or I can't do it, or what are people going to think of me? Maybe you'll find what arises is an emotion, like sadness, or fear, or anger. And everything that arises, you're going to follow it up with this sentence, and I love that. I'm not good enough, and I love that. I have the capacity to love even that. And you can imagine that every one of these thoughts or beliefs that arise or emotions, it's like a small child, like you when you were 5 years old, that just needs to be held and loved and heard and listened to. And you have the capacity, only you have the capacity to do that. So you're going to bring that little 5-year-old you in. You're going to hug yourself and love yourself and just surround whatever it is with the greatest amount of love. And you're not loving it in the sense like you want it to stick around, like, oh, I'm not good enough and I love that. I want it to stay in that state all the time. But we all have this, right? We all have our own dark side. And can we just love it? And if I can fully love that part of myself, and I've experienced this and it really works, when I love on that part of myself, then it can move through. There's no more resistance anymore. There's nothing to push against anymore. It's been heard, it's been felt, it's been loved. And in addition to listening, feeling, and loving, I'm going to add the feeling in there. So this feeling is really important. If an emotion arises, can you really feel it? And you just place your hands on your heart and feel. Maybe you feel it in your throat. You can place your hand on your throat, or maybe in your belly. Place your hand on your belly. Or maybe it shows up in your back, or your head, or your shoulder, wherever it shows up. Send some attention there and listen. Physically feel the physical sensations of the emotion. What does it actually feel like? Is it dull and aching? Is it sharp and stabbing? Does it feel electric? What temperature is it? Is it hot or is it cold? What shape is it? Is it round and blobby or is it sharp and pointy? What color is it? Does it start somewhere and move somewhere? Because when you can really actually feel the physical sensations and give it that amount of love and attention to feel it and listen to it, it dissolves. It can move through you. You become an unlimited open being. So try that. The task here, the job here is to just sit, listen, feel, and love. And what you're going to be left with, and this may take you days, it may take you hours, right? Be willing to sit for 30 minutes. Be willing to sit for an hour. Because there's really no more valuable thing that we can do than to get deeply connected and allow all this stuff to just clear out of our experience, clear out of our body, so that you can be a free, flowing, vibrant being. And what's left is you're going to feel this space of deep appreciation and gratitude, just feeling so grateful to be alive. Can you tap into that right now, right here? I'm so grateful to be alive. Right now, right here. So grateful for my breath, my heart that just beats for me for an entire lifetime nonstop, and that I can see and hear and smell and taste and touch. You feel gratitude for this breath. And then what can come to you is your own inner wisdom, divine inspiration, your heart's deepest calling, your unique gifts. These things are available to you all the time, this type of deep connection that is so much more powerful than all the things that we run around doing in a day that may not be in alignment at all with our heart's deepest desires and our unique gifts and our deeper purpose on this planet. So we're missing the boat. We get to the end of our life and we look back and we're like, oh man, why did I not do the thing that I really wanted to do? Why did I not become the person that I was really capable of becoming? We were too busy, and we didn't have enough time. That story's going to come up, right? I don't have enough time, and I can love that. I can love that. I have space for that. I can love that so that can move through, so that I can step into a new paradigm. And I have the perfect amount of time. I can heal my own body. I'm strong and I'm powerful. And I can really own that space. And I have a unique gift to offer this world. So try this now. When you pause this video or turn this off, you're just going to sit and listen and feel whatever arises and love it. Love whatever arises. This is a really powerful practice. And after you sit down and do that, please journal. Have a notebook by you, because when this divine inspiration comes, when your own inner wisdom, your own inner being says, hey, this is what you need to be doing today, you can write that down. You can capture the brilliant ideas and then take action, inspired action, something that feels really good. I hope you enjoy this practice. It can transform your life. I'm Winslow Passy with Vibrant Health Evolution, your higher health coach. Thank you so much for listening today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.